Hi everyone. Today I invite you to join me in a meditation practice. Now this practice is working with the theme Aparigraha, which is the theme that I've been weaving into classes this week. Aparigraha is an attitude that we're encouraged to cultivate working with non-attachment, non-possessiveness. So I invite you to join me for a meditation today. So come into a seat. I invite you to come into a seated position. If you want to lie down, that's okay. But if you can, I invite you to try sitting. Even if you come to sit up against the wall, that's completely okay. And we'll make a start. So once you've found a place that's comfortable for you, I invite you to rest your arms, so your arms and shoulders are relaxed, and relax into your hands. Let go of any tension in your fingertips. And we'll take a mudra today in our practice, working with chin mudra, bringing the tip of the index finger and the thumb to touch, and allowing the palms to face upward. Allowing the back of the hands to rest on your knees or your thighs. And try to find some length in your body, in your spine. Allowing your chin to draw slightly back and down to lengthen out the back of your neck. And just taking a few moments to bring your attention to the space that you're in. Whether you're practicing indoors or maybe outside, and just noticing any noises, any sounds coming from around you. Just noticing the quality of the air in the room. How does it feel against your body? Does it feel still? Does it feel heavy? Or maybe there's a light breeze against your skin. Taking your attention down to the base of your body where you come into contact with the floor, allowing your bones to feel heavy, the space in your joints to open and soften. And as we connect into this space and into this moment right here, let us be reminded that we're safe, that we're where we need to be. I invite you then to bring your attention all the way up the spine, to the space behind your eyes. Noticing whatever you see or experience there, be it colour, be it movement, be it patterns. Maybe you notice nothing. As we start to turn our attention in, perhaps giving more space to really welcome in our experience, however we feel, be it physical, emotional, mental. Whatever you feel right now, allow it to be. So when working with this attitude, Aparigraha, we are invited to move through our days with a sense of non-attachment. When we look out into nature, We are given so many opportunities to learn. And how we can bring these lessons into our own practices. So I'd like us in our practice today to think of the element air and the qualities of air and how it moves, how it expresses itself through the force of wind, vayu, and despite it being transparent, it holds so much power, so much force. It can be destructive. But without wind, we would lose so many opportunities in nature, for nature to grow, for nature to flourish. If we try to capture the essence of wind, it instantly loses its power. It's something that cannot be contained. And wind in its own behavior does not cling on to any one thing. It constantly moves and adapts and changes. So by looking into this behavior of this element, we can also perhaps learn the qualities of non-attachment, how we can bring that essence of non-clinging into our lives, to recognize that happiness is not found in the external. And through the practices of yoga, we are also invited to perhaps delve within, unraveling some samskaras which bind us into ways of thinking, ways of behaving, that these also change. Our thoughts and emotions constantly shift and move. So I'd like you now to bring your attention into your emotional experience right now, and just noticing how you feel, without any judgment, without looking for anything in particular, just noticing your experience just as it is in this moment. Whether you feel joy, whether you feel peacefulness, whether you feel concerned or anxious. Just resting your attention on anything that you experience. Whether it's a feeling or a sensation in your body, whether it's a thought, a memory. And try not to cling on to it, and instead observe the natural behavior as it moves and shifts. Let your attention now draw to your breath without any interference from you. Just allow your breath to remain as it is, in its natural rhythm, breathing in and breathing out. In the same way, we can observe the breath and notice how the breath constantly moves. We never cling on to one breath in particular or become attached to one breath. We have to release it in order for the next one to enter. Just allowing your breath to be just as it is. If the mind wanders, if you become distracted, just gently bring yourself back to the flow of breath. And then allow your attention to draw back into your body, gently inviting movement back into your toes and your fingers. If you've been sitting, you might want to come and lie down onto the floor, maybe take a few stretches. I'd like to read a really short passage to close our practice together today, taken from Wayne Dyer's book, Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life. And pulling on the 10th verse of the Tao, he writes, "Let go of your identification with your stuff, with your accomplishments. Try instead to enjoy what you do and all that flows into your life simply for the pleasure of doing and observing the flow of itself. You literally own nothing and no one. All that is composed will decompose. All that is yours will leave and become someone else's. So step back a bit and allow yourself to be an observer of this world of form. Becoming a detached witness will put you into a state of bliss while loosening your tight grip on all of your possessions. It is in this releasing process that you'll gain the freedom to live out what the Tao is teaching, always by example." If you come to lie down, I invite you to slowly rise, joining me once more in a seated position, perhaps keeping your eyes closed. Allow the hands to come together as a symbol of everything that's you, everything that you represent, your past, your present, your future. Bowing toward all of those things. Aparigraha teaches us, invites us to cultivate this attitude of non-attachment. And just like the wind, moving, changing. This element is also a representation of our soul, of our spirit. And just like we can't capture wind in a bottle, we neither can capture our soul in a bottle. It is expansive. It is infinite. It is beyond form. And in turn, it is eternal. So I invite you, as you move through your days, to wonder, to be curious as to how you can invite this attitude of Aparigraha into your steps, into your conversations, both with others and with yourself. And perhaps we can remember that happiness is not external, but it is in fact connecting into our internal and eternal source, our true nature that is Ananda, that it is bliss. I invite you to join me in 3 sounds of Om, taking a long breath in, let it go, breathing into chant. With gratitude, I bow to this practice for its teachings, for its wise learnings. I also bow to you. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste. Have a beautiful